We'll have the best draw assistants, the best athletes in all the biggest sports in the world, meaning in America, of course. Of course, we have the best public here at the Kennedy Center. All of you, 2,000 persons here, thank you very much, and 1 billion people will watch us from home. So let me try something that probably never happened in, and nobody knows about that, so they will kill me when I go out here. Let's do something that I think the Kennedy Center has never ever seen. Are there Americans in the room? Make some noise. Okay. Are there Canadians in the room? Okay. Are there Mexicans in the room? Okay. So, and there are people from 200 different countries in the world as well in this room. So I would like, with your collaboration, to show to these people from all over the world what they can expect when they come to North America next summer. So I will count 1, 2, 3, and then I want the Americans only to chant USA, 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 and then I tell you to stop, okay? Only the Americans, all right? So 1, 2, 3, USA! Okay, good, that's pretty good. We make this theater vibrate as a football stadium. Now the Canadians. Are you ready, Canadians? Canada, 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 right? The same, huh? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Good, excellent. And now, our Mexican friends. 1, 2, 3, México, vamos. 1, 2, 3. Muy bien, thank you very much. This is what we want to have fun, we want to enjoy the show, it will be absolutely fantastic. Thank you for coming, take care.
We'll step aside momentarily. Coming up, a live performance from Robbie Williams and Nicole Scherzinger as we get closer and closer to the draw here at the World
trust me and bang, they will love it. You know, they will start a fish out of it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Listen, every great show needs an epic soundtrack. And AD1N play this, because I promise you once again, you'll be standing here later, man. You're amazing before.
Now football is all about desire, passion, and talent. But as we've already seen, it stands for so much more.
Throughout human history, a call for peace has echoed across civilizations and generations. Every nation and every culture has wished for peace, because peace is the foundation upon which prosperity, hope, security, and unity are built. And when there is peace, children everywhere can find a field, lift a ball, and play the game we cherish. Whether on grass, sand, concrete, or any surface, this simple joy requires only one essential condition: peace. Peace creates hope, and football transforms that hope into unity. Powerful enough to bring the world together. Today, we inaugurate a new global honor, the FIFA Peace Prize. This annual prize recognizes an individual who has taken extraordinary action for peace, and in doing so, helped unite people across the globe. The inaugural FIFA Peace Prize is presented on behalf of the billions of people who love this game and want peace. In this spirit, we honor a dynamic leader who has engaged in diplomatic efforts, created opportunities for dialogue, de-escalation, and stability, and who has championed the unifying power of football on the world stage. The inaugural 2025 FIFA Peace Prize is proudly bestowed upon the President of the United States of America, the Honorable Donald J. Trump. He has supported efforts to broker ceasefires and promote diplomatic engagement, actions that helped create conditions in which peace could take root. Under President Trump's leadership, the historic Abraham Accords were signed, bringing the first real progress in the Middle East in decades. His leadership has ensured that peace exists between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, Cambodia and Thailand, Kosovo and Serbia, India and Pakistan, Egypt and Ethiopia, and Armenia and Azerbaijan. President Donald J. Trump's actions have also ensured that peace exists between Israel and Hamas by brokering the Gaza peace plan, and he is making a continued effort to bring a lasting peace between Russia and Ukraine. This has been a presidency marked by actions to pursue peace around the world. As FIFA President Gianni Infantino has said, in an increasingly unsettled and divided world, it is fundamental to recognize those who work to end conflicts and bring people together in the spirit of peace. Football stands for peace. For his exceptional actions taken in the cause of world peace that have helped unite people across our world, we congratulate the 2025 FIFA Peace Prize. Football Unites the World recipient, President Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much. And please welcome the very first winner of the FIFA Peace Prize, the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Please. There is also a beautiful medal for you that you can wear everywhere you want to go. Right now. Okay, let me hold. Fantastic. Excellent. And you receive also, of course, a certificate which reads out, and I would read it out with your permission, what are the reasons for you receiving this FIFA Peace Prize, Football Unites the World. So the FIFA Peace Prize is presented annually on behalf of the billions of football-loving people from around the world to a distinguished individual who exemplifies an unwavering commitment to advancing peace and unity throughout the world through their notable leadership and action. And therefore, FIFA, the Fédération Internationale de Football Association, awards the 2025 FIFA Peace Prize, Football Unites the World, to Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, in recognition of his exceptional and extraordinary actions to promote peace and unity around the world. Friday, December 5th, 2025. This is the certificate. It's yours. Before giving you the floor, Mr. President, if I may say 2 words. Like everyone here in the room, we see images of war all over the world. And like everyone, we suffer for every child that dies. We cry with every mother that loses someone she loves. And we want to see hope. We want to see unity. We want to see a future. And I was lucky, Mr. President, to witness a few years ago, the Abraham Accord signatures. A few months ago, in Sharm el-Sheikh, the peace in the Middle East agreement regarding Gaza. I was in Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur for the peace between Cambodia and Thailand. Yesterday here in Washington, the Washington Peace Agreement between Rwanda and the DRC. Well, this is what we want from a leader that cares about the people. We want to live in a safe world, in a safe environment. We want to unite. That's what we do here today. That's what we do at the World Cup, Mr. President. And you definitely deserve the first FIFA Peace Prize for your action, for what you have obtained in your way, and you obtained it in an incredible way. And you can always count, Mr. President, on my support, on the support of the entire football community or soccer community to help you make peace and make the world prosper all over the world. Thank you very much, Mr. President. The floor is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is truly one of the great honors of my life. And beyond awards, John and I were discussing this. We saved millions and millions of lives. The Congo is an example. Over 10 million people killed, and it was heading for another 10 million very quickly. And it just, you know, the fact that we could do that. India, Pakistan, so many different wars that were able to end, in some cases a little bit before they started, just right before they started. It was going to be late, but we got them done, and it's such an honor to be with Johnny. I've known Johnny for so long. He's done such an incredible job, and I have to tell you, you set new records on ticket sales. And not to bring that up, because we don't want to bring a thing like that up right now, but it's an awfully nice tribute to you and to the game of football, or as we call it, soccer. But football, and that is an amazing thing. The numbers are beyond any numbers that anybody, even beyond what Johnny thought was possible. I want to thank, by the way, my family, my great First Lady, Melania, you're right here, and thank you very much. And I think you're going to have an event the likes of which maybe the world has never seen, based on the enthusiasm that I've seen. I have never seen anything like it. We've had a tremendous relationship, working relationship with Canada. We have our Prime Minister of Canada there, and we have our President of Mexico. And we work closely with those two countries, and the coordination and friendship and relationship has been outstanding. I want to thank you both very much, and your countries very much. But most importantly, I just want to thank everybody. The world is a safer place now. The United States 1 year ago was not doing too well, and now I have to say we're the hottest country anywhere in the world, and we're going to keep it that way. Thank you all. Thank you. Have a great time. And Johnny, a tremendous honor. Thank you.
Now, the opening match of the World Cup in Mexico City is only 188 days away. We're delighted to be joined by so many
to start with Mr. Carney. How big a deal is it to co-host the World Cup for Canada? Difficult question, I know.
It is the biggest of deals, Gianni. You know, it's the #1 sport for Canadian boys and girls. 2/3 of the country watched the last World Cup. And we are partnered with the United States and Mexico, welcoming the world. There's more than 200 nationalities in Canada, more than 200 nationalities in FIFA. The top 48 are coming to North America. It is going to be the biggest deal ever.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Presidenta Sheinbaum, la Copa Mundial de la FIFA 2026 es el evento deportivo más grande de la historia de México, la historia al convertirse en el único país en albergar 3 ediciones del torneo. ¿Qué significado tiene esto para las y los mexicanos?
Bueno, estamos orgullosas de recibir por tercera vez la Copa Mundial. México es un país extraordinario, bello, mágico, y millones visitarán nuestra nación. Además, quiero decirles que tenemos un pueblo extraordinario, trabajador y algo especial. Nosotros disfrutamos del juego de pelota desde tiempos ancestrales.
Fenomenal. Gracias. President Trump, next summer is historic for the United States in more than one way. What does it mean to you that the FIFA World Cup is actually taking place in the United States 250th birthday?
So for years, Johnny, they've thought soccer or football would be so big so fast. And I remember, I shouldn't say this because it was a long time ago, but I remember watching Pelé play on a game called the Cosmos. Pelé, who was fantastic, as you know, I assume one of the greats.
Oh, yes.
And
Pelé, that's a real Pelé, one of the greatest.
and he scored 3 goals at that, so that man can play. I was pretty young at that point, and who knew this was going to happen, but when you look at what has happened to football in the United States, was again soccer in the United States, we seem to never call it that because we have a little bit of a conflict with another thing that's called football. But when you think about it, shouldn't it really become? I mean, this is football. There's no question that we have to come up with another name for this. It really doesn't make sense when you think about it. It's really football. But who would have thought it would have come to a level where you've set your all-time season ticket ratings? Nobody's ever sold as many tickets, and you're still a long way from that ball being kicked down the field. So I just want to congratulate you. What an incredible leap this has been, and congratulations to FIFA.
Thank you. Thank you, President. Give them a applause, and the best is still to come, of course. So let's start with the roll. I will just show you how it works. I've done a few of them. Don't be scared, right? So you have to basically make them roll a little bit. You can see, I show this for the public, you see? Make it. And then, one by one, we start with Mr. Company. You pick one. Wait. You open it. You see there's a little paper inside. You take out the paper, these 2 things, you can throw them in here. And then you can show to the public what you have drawn. Which for me is FIFA, of course. I'm just the moderator. Mr. Company, do you want to start? Don't forget, and pick the right ball, please. Already chosen. Okay, let's see which team will be drawn by Mr. Mark Carney. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the first team drawn in this World Cup Group D1 for Canada, by the way. We can continue, por favor, podemos seguir, Presidenta. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver cuál es el equipo. México, grupo A1, presidenta. Grupo A1 de México, President Trump, up to you. Don't forget to make your 2 minutes.
I think I know what this is going to be. But let's see.
Are you sure? Are you sure this is the ball? You want to listen if you want?
Does he know something that I don't know? Let's give it a shot.
Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. I agree. Okay.
This is shocking.
United States of America. Excellent. Group D1. Can I ask all the three of you to lift like this? On your chest. In front of your chest like this. Yeah, the name of the country. Then we will give a nice photo. Excellent. And if I can ask you to come in front here for another photo with the paper on the papelito, por favor. Yeah, here we can see the here for another photo so that everyone can see. Way up low. Here we are. Thank you very much. Well done, congratulations, great assistance. If I may take a selfie with you.
So Mexico in Pot A, Canada in the E group, US as preordained in the D group. A lot of performers from Lord Hill and the rest of them all coming up from DC. We're covering our Fox returns. So, Jared, we're going to super enjoying the conversation right now. We'll take you back inside momentarily. This is what we all
anticipation as we're waiting here now continues to build. I was texting with Tim Ream a little bit earlier about his excitement and some of the players. They're out there right now thinking about, Tim's watching, singing up shorts here about it. But for these players now, it starts to become real, right? And you think about the teams that we might be playing, you start to dream a little bit more about being on that roster and part of the tournament next summer.
Coaches, I've been there with the Olympic tournament. You, as a coach, you already want to know you want to play against, what you need to do tactically, the game that you need to do. So, as a friendly, to make sure that you can be close to the team that you're going to have in your group. The players is a bit different, but as a coach, right now I'm sure they're like, okay, can we get the drill ready? Yeah, the music and the celebrities and the interviews and the politicians, that's all fine and all the pop and circumstances. But man, oh man, let's like this guy.
Get your bingo board ready. I'm ready here. Let's go. What a surprise. What do you think? The balls here.
Hey, Jared, I want to go back to your days as an assistant coach with Belgium. When the draw was going on, what was the immediate response from Roberto, and what was the to-do list that got handed down to you?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I played for World Cup and two as an assistant, obviously, as you mentioned before. That was so tough, very difficult. First and foremost to deal with the assignments, not because Roberto was giving us some stuff, bad stuff to do. No, they were all good. But, to deal with the players that didn't play, to deal with obviously what we have to deal with scouting the team that we need to play against and what Roberto wanted, you know what, it was easier to play. It's exhausting. Yes, it is. It's very demanding, so as an assistant, very demanding.
I think what's interesting too is as soon as we know these teams and the draws and where people are going, you're going to have team administrators that are on the phones instantly looking and confirming hotels and training sites and thinking about ways in which these countries can find advantages within the tournament. And especially if you get drawn in some of these dome stadiums, I think that teams are going to have an advantage there. So there's going to be people celebrating and others thinking, oh man, we got a tough road ahead.
Exactly. We're going to see the angst on the faces. The camera will pick up the coaches. As you know, they're sitting there. They've been waiting. They're watching all this. They're being incredibly courteous, but they want that to happen. But when it happens, the camera will pan, and there'll be those that will be sitting there shaking their head going, my job just got a whole lot tougher. And there'll be others that are sitting there going to look like, the guy that ate the canary there saying, this is a good group, but we got to get to it.
And an instant wrinkle. Yes, we will know the groups by the end of today, but it's going to take until tomorrow for us to find out exactly where a majority of these games are going to be taking place in the group stage. We continue our live coverage as we take you back inside the theater here at the Kennedy Center.
Americans is watching the World Cup. Danny, you're looking at America's biggest soccer dad, okay? And guess what? We're going to be glued to the TV and on all TV screens on July 19th when the World Cup final takes place next year. Right where the next performer grew up. Please welcome a New Jersey native and one of the most influential musical artists of her generation. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Hill.
scored 134 goals during an incredible international career. But he never had a chance to play the World Cup at home. So the men's national team, they have the privilege and opportunity to do that. So how much support are they going to get? How fantastic is that going to feel?
Well, look, every soccer player's dream is to win a World Cup, to play in a World Cup. Our 2015 World Cup felt like we were home in Canada. It was an amazing World Cup. I've got some of my teammates here in attendance. Jill Ellis, that coached us during the 2015 World Cup. This is going to be the biggest and best World Cup. I don't think that we all know what's going to come. And these players, U.S. players in particular, have to harness that opportunity. This World Cup on home soil doesn't happen very often. And, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be amazing. The team had a really great last window. I'm looking forward to watching them play. But this is going to be an unbelievable opportunity that they have to seize.
Amazing. Well, it's the impact that this World Cup's going to have on women's soccer is going to be phenomenal. What are the takeaways that you hope that at the end of the World Cup that impact leaves here in the U.S.?
Well, we've seen every World Cup, the footprint that it leaves, not just during the tournament, but afterwards. We saw it in 2015 in Canada, the way that our league exploded after that. The NWSL continues to thrive. I think it's just going to be great for both the men and women's sides. And like I said, we have to leverage that, we have to harness it, we have to take every opportunity. And it's going to have, impact on so many generations to come. It's going to provide girls and boys with dreams of one day playing in a World Cup.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. And Kevin, Heidi, back to you guys.
Thanks, Sammy. Okay, we have the trophy. The 3 host nations have already been drawn. I think we're ready for the rest.
Well, look, apart from one thing, we haven't said it, but you are a world famous fashion model and a TV personality. Yes, one time, please. I am America's funny guy who just so happens to have a comedy special message from my age of life. Not about me, it's about the moment, okay? This moment is actually taking charge of the draw, and it's a serious business. If FIFA, they were never going to trust us with this business.
Well, speak for yourself. Maybe they weren't going to trust you, Kevin.
I didn't think about it like that. I didn't think about that way until you just said it, honestly.
Well, unfortunately, we lost found the perfect person.
Rio de Janeiro, FIFA Trofeo, PS to Quiero. Your FIFA World Cup 2026 U.S. Ambassador, very focused, relaxed, right to right, easy. Ladies, step into it. Don't overthink it, brother. Right with the moment. We are guaranteed. Anytime. Trust the process, just keep doing it, and I'll see you there.
Rio, hello.
How did you do that?
great, and thank you so much. Listen, I am still wondering about the technical zone. You guys have a good day.
I will have them touch you. Oh, trust me, you will be amazing.
I played soccer my whole life, and so the second I held on to the ball, it's like instinct to be like.
That was the best chance to save it over. We were trying to say every other major college football game is no longer there. As you know, that's the last time the litigation in the way of. We're ready. We're ready. You know that's so funny. I'll say it again. Right, exactly.
Placeholders? What are they?
That's the six spots up for grabs at the FIFA World Cup. 6 spots. FIFA World Cup 26 players. 6 teams, 2 qualifying. 15 players, 16 teams, 4 teams. I think it's so next week. My sense is that that's right.
Oh, great. We have this on camera. Oh, that's good.
but I have some crazy coaches that's where I service of these guys, they were demanding, but these guys, they were right up there, man. But you know, it's worth it. I'm fully prepped and ready to go. Do you understand right, guys? No, okay.
Hold on, not quite done yet. One more big surprise, Kevin. I know you've been waiting and you've been practicing. Now's your big moment.
This is a really big moment for me, Heidi. Warming up backstage as well as prioritizing. Michael Butler, I want you to beat your heart out. Okay, this is it. Are you ready? A national hero. He redefined the game. He played a winner of 4 Stanley Cups. Hockey's ultimate weapon. He's also known simply as the Great One. Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Gretzky.
I'm in the middle of everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
I'm not sure Michael's going to be too worried about his job though. I also have been practicing myself. Cue the music.
Soccer is growing so big in Canada right now. We're very proud of our team and we're looking forward to a great tournament.
Correct. Hey, Ahmed, I hear you are a huge football fan, so who do you have your eye on for this tournament?
Wow, just a lot of great teams out there. Definitely looking forward to seeing the USA do their thing out there, but you know, Argentina's going to have a special group and looking forward to that.
Expecting that answer.
Exactly. I mean, Shaq, like Aaron, I know you played American football growing up. You got Tom Brady behind you on your right-hand side. Do you reckon he would have won a few more Super Bowls if he had had you on his team? You reckon? I was talking to Shaq.
Yeah, definitely. No record win the Super Bowl. David Beckham.
Okay, listen, it's going to be a fun draw, I'll say that now. Tom, great to have you with us now. I know you're very familiar with football. We're going to talk about the round ball. Can you just tell us how big a deal this is going to be for North America?
Yeah, certainly incredible to have this incredible event come to North America, and we're all counting down the days. I know there's huge anticipation always for this event. This is, I believe in America, it's going to be unlike any other event that America's seen.
Indeed. Okay, so Rio, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I forgot my pen. Yes.
Yeah.
You're on it?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Step on. Look.
No, another way. Go get it.
I'll say over and over and over.
It's a serious thing, man. Take it serious. It's the draw.
Oh, man. You know that there are houses like this. These guys are going to script. But anyway, let's get down to business, guys. These are the teams in top one.
test.
There are 19 still to be drawn. Right, Sam, are we getting that?
That's right, but one thing to remember with the draw, as per the draw procedures, which we also perfectly taught earlier on, the 4 top teams in the FIFA Coca-Cola World Ranking will be drawn in a way where the top 2, Spain and Argentina, must be drawn in different pathways. So that means if they both win their group, they will only meet in the final if they make it that far. Now the 3rd and 4th place teams, France and England, also need to be drawn in opposite pathways so that if they win their group, they will only meet the top 2 ranked teams in the semi-finals. This is only on the basis that all 4 teams win their group and get that far.
Okay, so if England win their group, they could only meet Spain or Argentina in the semi-finals.
Yes, that's correct. But remember, only if all win their groups.
Oh, so okay, it's like the NBA playoff bracket, right, Shaq? Listen, so everybody watching this in the world, it is time right now. The FIFA World Cup 2026 technical draw powered by Aramco. Tom, it's your turn, man. Let's go. Ready? Yeah, what one we're starting?
All right. First up, Brazil.
Look at the cheers. The record time champions are the only team to participate in every World Cup and lifted the trophy in Mexico in 1970 and again here in the US in 1994.
Carlos Ancelotti, he's Brazilian team are going to pop the Group C in position 1. Good start that, Tom. Good start.
All right.
Next ball.
Next up, Germany.
Yes, the 4-time champions and record 8-time finalists Germany are gearing up for their 21st appearance at the tournament. That's more than any other European country.
Yeah, Germany going to Group E in position 1.
Okay.
Okay. Get into a rhythm.
All right.
They are a bit fidgety.
All right. Netherlands.
8. The 3-time runners-up reached the quarterfinals at the last World Cup in 2022.
Yes, the Netherlands going to Group F in position 1.
Okay. Next ball, Todd. The Red Devils have twice reached the semi-finals. They were 3rd in 2018 and 4th at Mexico 86.
Yeah, Belgium going to Group G in position 1.
Okay.
Okay.
And again. thing to remember and hold to. Now, as explained earlier, teams from the same confederation can't be drawn into the same group except for European teams.
So that means the three South American teams in this pot cannot be in the same group as Argentina or Brazil.
Exactly. You can handle it.
Yeah, that's good for me, right? So great chat. Now is the time to get your hands in amongst the rules.
Yeah.
Korea Republic.
This is Korea Republic 11th successive appearance at the World Cup. They famously reached the semi-finals as co-hosts in 2002.
Korea Republic go into Group A in position 3, join Mexico.
Okay, let's go again, Shrek.
Switzerland.
Switzerland have reached the quarterfinals on 3 occasions, the last time coming on also in 1954.
Yes, Switzerland go into Group B, join Canada in position 4.
Okay, all year. Next Rachel.
Just crack it.
Cool.
24 to go, so let's go. If we look at the teams from pot 3.
They hop right back in. I don't know. That are being not here right now.
Yes, of course, there can't be more than 2 European teams in one group and not more than 1 team from another confederation. So don't forget that there's placeholders in top 4 to take into consideration too, guys.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Okay, right, with all that in mind, guys, Aaron, this looks like fun. I'm going to do it. I'll do it. You have a joy? Well, can we just tell you what, this is the first game, this is the opener for the World Cup, so South Africa, they go in to Group A, position 2, G 11, Mexico C, Mexico, South Africa, BGS. Full stop.
Thank you. And debutants in 2022 countdown came through the 4th round of qualifying in Asia to clinch their spot.
Top going to Group B in position 3.
Okay.
Very good.
Back to you, Aaron. Reaching the quarterfinals in South Africa in 2010.
I think we've got to explain, because I think people in this room may be right. So I've got a couple of things to explain. There's factors here. Paraguay, they're going to Group D, position 2. That's USA's opening game of the World Cup, June 12th in Los Angeles. We skip Group C, just so you know, guys, the 2 teams for the same confederation cannot be in the same group, just if you're wondering. And Brazil is in C.
This is
okay?
Really long.
We're getting there.
Okay, Aaron, back to you. The reigning African champions have been to 3 FIFA World Cups before. Will 2026 be the first time they reach the knockout stages?
Look at me.
What does it mean to have the World Cup return on American soil and in LA?
Yeah, no, I'm so excited to be one of the host cities, obviously LA and host countries, just to bring the World Cup back to North America, to show the rest of the world how much the sport has grown in this country. And I think, we're excited here in Los Angeles, and just finding out, obviously the opening match here in LA, the U.S. will be playing Paraguay, and I think there's already a buzz about it, and as we lead up to the first game here, it's going to be amazing.
And what impact do you think having the World Cup here will have on the Women's World Cup and soccer?
I think we all kind of help each other in continuing to help the sport grow. Obviously, being part of LAFC here in LA, but this city is about champions. The Galaxy, the Dodgers, the Lakers. I mean, you name it. And having Angel City here and seeing the growth and the excitement around the women's game. And people come out every time the U.S. women's national team, obviously here in the Rose Bowl in 1999, in that historic venue. We've just kind of kept building off the growth of the sport, and just so happy to be a part of this here today.
And the Olympics are also coming to
yeah.
How do you think the World Cup's going to prepare the city for that?
I think we're going to learn a lot about just logistics and but fan experience. The Olympics does a great job, but obviously the World Cup, we focus so much on the fan interaction, and both at the stadium, but obviously at the fan zones. And the fans that can't be in the stadium live can experience that sense of community, because the game is what brings us all together. And similar to the Olympics, it's about pride for your country and supporting those athletes, and I think the World Cup will be no different.
And what matchups or teams are you looking forward to seeing?
I mean, obviously the U.S., just to see their journey and support these guys and what they're going through. There's an extra added pressure, being one of the host countries and playing in your own country, but there's also a lot of benefits to that. And I think they're going to embrace the challenge, and we'll be all there on the sideline cheering them on.
What impact do you think the World Cup will have on the growing soccer interest in the U.S.?
I think the soccer community has grown so much since 1994, and we'll continue to do that, but obviously extending that to the non-soccer community. I think the league has done that. You have some of the best players in the world playing in both the men's and women's domestic leagues. I think you walk around Los Angeles, but traveling all over the country, going through airports, you see the jerseys of both men's and women's players that people are wearing from our leagues, and that excites me about the game. Thank you. Thanks.
So we're for the teams we draw in the next spot, so we'll have to move on.
Divisions in 2018 Panama are back as the World Cup and will now aim to pick up their first ever point at the finals.
Factors again, guys, and due to teams
since 1998 and they do it with a bang, scoring more goals in qualifying than any other European team.
Yeah, no way they go into Group I and they go into position 4. So Aaron, brilliant job, clean hands, you're not out of the park. You could be the MVP for me at the moment as well, sorry guys. But there you are, spotlight's on you, man, let's go.
Well, I'm hearing a lot of oohs and ahs and murmurs, lots of excitement. Yeah, you guys, you're actually a legend here in today's and that's a legend. Cote d'Ivoire, 4-time champions Germany, how are you guys feeling about getting out the group?
Well, I think compared to the last group we made, where we're going to walk up in, I think it was quite a to be honest with you. I hope the target is this World Cup is going to be finishing going through the first one, right? And let's see if the focus is going to be close to us. And I believe my fellow brothers is going to make us strong.
Well, best of luck to the African champions. And then you and Rio, you guys used to play for one of the clubs. You guys friends?
That's not funny right there. What are you trying to do here? I know you're trying to get in the middle. We're trying to start it up. I'm trying to get it up. But I don't really think yet after that 2012 title race, right? But it's fine. But I'm not worried, man. Come on, we can do it, man. But we've got 12 more. We've got these nations in top 4. So let's go to the video. From the whiteboard and the boot camp that I was kind of involved in, there are 4 places available for European teams. 2 will qualify from the FIFA Flag tournament. That's the last 6 places. And they're waiting. All the pressure's on you. Everyone in Canada is waiting for you to pick out the first game for your nation. So let's go.
Okay, we got the winner, Denmark, North Macedonia, Czechia, Republic of Ireland.
Okay, so that's going to be the European playoff D. The potential debutants from North Macedonia will face Denmark, and the winner will
the sound, because of course, I can't hear, so you'll have to tell me. It's good? Okay. You got it.
Thank you so much. What do you think Los Angeles?
The winner of Iraq, Bolivia.
I think it's impossible to overstate what an incredible opportunity this is for our City of Angels. And I think you have to look at it in three parts. The first one is this is an incredible opportunity to lift up our entire community economically. This is going to be the single largest sporting event in history, and we're expecting to see over $500 million of new revenue coming into our local business community, not to mention thousands of new jobs because of the FIFA World Cup. The second thing is really, it's an amazing opportunity for us to showcase all that's new and exciting in LA to visitors from around the world, and that's going to create visitation for years to come. And tourism is one of the largest economic drivers of employment, local business sales. But beyond that, what I love about being an Angelino, we come from 140 different countries, so no matter what team's playing here, it's essentially a home game. So it's an opportunity to get out and explore our diverse neighborhoods. And the third thing, which I love, is the legacy component of this. The host committee has already named 26 community champions who are using the beautiful game to lift up youth sports programs across LA, and they're going to reach nearly 20,000 kids a year through those programs. So this is an incredible global showcase for LA.
How do you think the World Cup can impact the Olympics?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think it's important to remember that LA has already successfully hosted amazing World Cups and Olympic Games. So we're always red carpet ready, but because this is the largest World Cup in history, it will make sure that we're going to provide an amazing experience for visitors from around the world, because LA really is one of the world's most diverse and inclusive communities. So people will not just feel at home, but embraced by the community. But because of the size and scale of this, it will make sure that we not only deliver an amazing World Cup, but an amazing Olympic and Paralympic Games as well.
So what is your reaction so far to the
I think this is going to be one of the most competitive World Cups we've ever seen. Incredibly excited, selfishly from a tourism standpoint, that Australia is in our group, because I will tell you, we've been in Australia so often with LA sports teams, and I think Australians are as sports mad as Angelinos are. So we know that Australians love traveling to Los Angeles, and they love doing it for sport. So because LA has 11 professional sports teams, the most in the nation, it's a huge opportunity for us to get Aussies over here and to see everything that's new in LA. But Aussies will absolutely travel for World Cup.
Into position 3, and that completes that group.
Los Angeles said it's been in the news this past year. We're coming up on the anniversary of the fires and all that.
Yep.
A lot of people wondered if LA would be ready, or can you speak to how LA with the challenge?
Absolutely. The other thing is, this is an amazing way to continue to support recovery efforts for those residential communities in Altadena and the Palisades that were tragically affected by January's wildfires. I think the most important thing that people need to know is, while that was devastating for those residential communities, the visitor experience is largely untouched, and as a result, the best way you can support those ongoing recovery efforts is to come to LA, because tourism is one of the biggest ways that we can help accelerate the pace of recovery for those communities in Altadena and the Palisades. Thank you. My pleasure. If you have any follow-ups, let me give you my card.
Thanks for your time. Thank you. All the best. All the best. Thanks.
Yeah, and winner of Class 1 skips forward to Group K in position 2. This is Portugal and Cristiano's first opening game in the World Cup. And the factors were, there were teams in the playoffs, so we've got to make sure we don't put them in the same groups. So now we go to the next team. See, good music.
2010 quarter-finalists are known as the Black Stars, a reference to the West African country's flag, and they've now reached 5 out of the last 6 editions.
So this is the last factor of the draw between Slovakia guys, and we skip Group G, we go to Group L, position 3, and that completes England, Croatia, and Panama's group. And obviously they couldn't go into the group with Egypt because they're from the same confederation. We're through it. The last one. The last one.
And finally, New Zealand, thanks to the expansion of the tournament to 48 teams, the All Whites are the first team ever from Oceania to secure a direct qualifying spot.
So there you have it, guys. The last team in the draw has been pulled out. New Zealand going to Group G in position 4. So Wayne, great job. Well done. Thank you so much. What a great job by the great one. Danny, we're going to come to you again.
Well, Ray, you guys did a great job up there. I want to get off the groups now, and then with Ghana, Star, Asamoah, when you look at that group, do you think the Black Stars are going to make it to the knockout stages?
Well, I think it's a very tricky group right now. All the 4 teams supposed to qualify, and definitely, Mr. Baku and everybody Baku wants to qualify, so we'll do our possible best to qualify to the next stage.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. It's going to wrap it up, Rio, and I feel like they're going to beat England. That's amazing.
You feel like what?
I feel like Ghana might beat England.
This is what I'm saying.
That's our first prediction.
We'll see you backstage. We'll talk about it. Alright? So that concludes the draw, guys. And wow, we have some fantastic matches to look forward to in Canada, Mexico, and the US.
Yes, we certainly do. And what a job from our 4 North American Vice. It was an honor to share a stage with them. Please show your appreciation for Tom Brady, and the great Westby.
So that's 48 teams, 12 groups. Let's recap them all. Let's go. The 4 nations in Group A are Mexico, South Africa, Korea Republic, and the winner of Playoff D.
In Group B, we have Canada, the winner of Playoff A, Qatar, and Switzerland.
In Group C, we have Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland.
Group D, USA, Paraguay, Australia, and the winner of Playoff C.
Group E, we have Germany, Curacao, Cote d'Ivoire, and Ecuador.
In Group F, the Netherlands, Japan, winner of Playoff B, and Tunisia.
In Group G, we have Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand.
And Group H, we have Spain, Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay.
In Group I, we have France, Senegal, winner of Playoff 2, and Norway.
And what an amazing week we have. Let's look at Group J, Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan.
In Group K, we have Portugal, winner of Playoff 1, Uzbekistan, and Colombia.
And finally, Group L, we have England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. Okay. Well, that was pretty exciting, wasn't it?
I had a good time about it.
Okay, thank you all for being here today. I'm Kathy Schlosson, I'm President and CEO of the Los Angeles Sports and Entertainment Commission. We are very excited, as you saw. Over the next 3 years, Los Angeles will be hosting the world's biggest events, the NBA All-Star, the US Women's Open, the World Cup, the Super Bowl, the Olympic and Paralympic Games. No other city in the world is hosting this many world-class events in such a short span of time. 8 years ago, when we threw our hat into the ring, along with 22 other host cities, to be part of the bid to host the World Cup, we didn't realize that we would get it. We got the U.S. men's national team home opener, kicking off the tournament in the United States. Today, we found out what countries our USA team will play, and tomorrow, FIFA will officially announce the group stage match schedule, and we will find out what group stage matches will take place at SoFi Stadium in our market. We are excited about the economic impact this event will bring to the region, to our hotels, to our businesses, including contracting opportunities for our local suppliers,
through our Business Connect program. We are excited about the media attention and the opportunity to showcase our city on the world stage, leading up to and during the 39-day tournament. And we are excited about creating opportunities for everyone to participate through events like the official FIFA Fan Festival, the official fan zones, and 39-day calendar of World Cup themed events taking place throughout the region. And we are excited about leaving a legacy behind that extends thank you, extends way beyond the tournament. Through our community, through our community revitalization days, enhancing outdoor spaces around the region, through our 26 community champion organizations who are using soccer to empower and lift up Angelenos across the region. Many of them are here today. Who are 26 community champions? Can we give them a round of applause? And through our Grow the Game soccer clinics, free clinics for youth, for coaches and officials to elevate skills, build confidence, and spark passion for the game. Our first coaches clinic kicks off tomorrow with 150 coaches at the LA City College. And thank you to the LA 84 Foundation and Play Equity Fund for partnering with us on this program. But none of this, the World Cup in LA, the fan celebrations, the legacy programs, would be possible without the support of our foundational partners. Our foundational partners make it possible for Los Angeles to host events like the World Cup that bring this economic impact and community impact to our region. And today, I am thrilled to announce and welcome our new partner, Amgen, as our official biotech partner and Los Angeles World Cup 2026 host city supporter. For 45 years, Amgen has been part of the fabric of our region, supporting a thriving local biotechnology community, bringing top talent to the area, and contributing to where they live and work. They fight some of the world's toughest diseases: cancer, cardiovascular disease, inflammatory illnesses, even rare diseases, that make people's lives fuller, longer, and better. In partnership with LASEC, Amgen will champion all of the community programs I just mentioned and will participate in official fan events across greater Los Angeles, sharing insights on how science and smart health choices can help athletes at every age and level perform their best on and off the field. Please give a big round of applause for Amgen and Chris Collier, who is representing Amgen today, and all our host city supporters, LA Metro, LA Tourism Marketing District, Archer, and Amgen for their tremendous support to make these events in Los Angeles a reality. And thank you everyone in the room today. Each and every one of you play a key role in our effort, and we appreciate all your support. And finally, I'd also like to welcome our newest LA World Cup 2026 Community Ambassador, none other than the U.S. Women's National Team legend and one of our panelists today, Mia Hamm. Mia, we appreciate all you have done for the game of soccer and are proud to have you supporting our efforts for the World Cup here in Los Angeles. I'd now like to welcome back Warren Barton to the stage, along with our special guest, to give you a little commentary on what you just saw, Mia Hamm, LA Galaxy head coach Greg Vaney, and LAFC co-president and general manager John Thorrington. Take it away, Warren.
Thank you very much. What a draw that was. Probably the longest draw I've been involved in, but it was good. I think it just shows you how huge the World Cup is, with the panel that was there drawing, whether it was Shaq or obviously Tom Brady, people like that. It's a global sport, and when you look at what's happening in LA in the next 3 years, it's phenomenal with the World Cup. We have the World Series and obviously the Olympics, and with the panel that we've got, we're going to dive into the US, but also Mexico. I looked at their group, which is really interesting.
favourites to maybe try and win that. So we're going to know. Stop, go straight into it. I'm going to start off at the end with congratulations as well being on the panel. It seems like you're on a panel with a lot of teams at the moment, and rightly so. We've all been lucky enough to play international soccer level. You've been able to do it, obviously, and win it. Talk us through what it was like to do that in LA, where you live, and the experience. I know it was a few years ago, but the experience that you had as a group of players and what's happened afterwards.
First of all, thank you. I feel honored to be a part of this experience and this journey. I think, being a player on the host country, there are obviously a lot of pressures with it where, predominantly you're asked to do maybe a thing leading up to the tournament in terms of media and appearances. But I think there's also a level of comfort that you have in your own country, and you're able to kind of find little areas where you can relax as a team and experience the tournament. But it's an incredible honor to do it. I think you gain so much energy from the enthusiasm from your supporters and from your family and friends being able to have the experience with you. So I know that the players from Mexico and the U.S. and Canada are really excited about being a part of this World Cup. And they'll embrace those challenges and use them as strengths going through the tournament.
Was there one particular moment in that game where you thought, we're going to win it? I know it went to PKs in the end, and I know you're very modest in doing that. Was there a certain moment you thought, this is it, or was it right at the end?
I think, the final, I think the hardest game was the semifinal, because you just want to make it there so badly, and it's almost an exhale for the teams once you get to the final, because it's an entirely new mini tournament. You're one and done. I think it wasn't until Friday that save that I knew we were going to win it. It wasn't the best place final in terms of the fact that neither team wanted to make a huge mistake tactically and defensively, because both teams had incredible personalities. So the game was played a lot in midfield, and but it was just one of those, you just felt incredibly proud to the environment that was created, and to play in the iconic venue of the Rose Bowl, and to see just how the fans embraced the tournament the entire 3 weeks that we had. And this was just a culmination. Prior to the game, the women's game, and obviously soccer in this country won with that experience, and that's what we were most proud of.
Yeah, I think for people that don't know, in 99 they went to PKs and they won it, and it's the legacy that's gone on. And you see Kai Lloyd in there winning in 2015, and it gave them group of players the opportunity and a role model to look up to. So obviously a privilege to hear you through that. We've never played in the semi-final, so we could only dream about what doing. John, I come to you. Obviously, LAFC, being in the community, knowing exactly what boxes to tick about your fan base. What is it like with the LA, the new Galaxy that was here, one of the founder members of the league, obviously, coming into the place of LA? What really enlightened you about the fan base? And obviously, we know what happens at the stadium.
Yeah, thanks. And just to echo what you said, it's an honor to be up here with two U.S. soccer legends, and thank you, Kathy, and everybody for organizing such a great event. Yeah, Warren, I grew up in LA, so as it pertains to the World Cup, I can remember going to a game as an 8th grader, and that was the first time I was exposed to global football, and my vision of what was possible with football was very limited in scope to my local club community. And I remember the U.S. game against Colombia, going to that game at the Rose Bowl in what felt like 150 degrees. And at that point, and this is no slight, but I used to go to UCLA to watch Greg. That was my vision, which was
sold out about your age, That's
sorry. I look older, so it's fine. But no, I think now just tying it to today is now to think back to what that was like as a 14-year-old field, and now think we have another World Cup coming to be played at SoFi, this beautiful new stadium, and to think on the back of that World Cup, we had the birth of the Galaxy, and now to think 30-odd years later, we now have two top-level MLS teams, in my opinion, the absolute best and most intense rivalry certainly in our league and maybe the region. It just speaks to the appetite and the fan base and what have you. That's something that we, LAFC, started in 2018, but that's what our owners, with their incredible ambition and vision, saw. There was this appetite for more, and that is what we do. We met with those fans where they were, created an amazing downtown venue that, again, as a 14-year-old, I never would have thought possible, and yet here we are today with a second World Cup, a thriving league, an amazing rivalry, and opportunities for kids that were never possible when we were growing up.
Yeah, and I haven't had the chance to go to the stadium at LAFC. It's a very unique stadium environment to be in. Greg, you've played for your national team 37, 38 times, won the Gold Cup, which is huge for America to do that against the likes of Mexico. What will be going through the players' minds in this draw about the first game, Paraguay, June the 12th, in Pasadena, in LA? What will be going through the players' mind when you've done that as a player yourself?
First of all, again, thank you for having me, and incredible to join all of you up here. The team and the players are going to be incredibly excited. I think the energy, the emotion, the anxiety, the nerves, all of those things will come out kind of in that first game as you start to play for the first time in your home country, in the local stadium here. For some of those kids, I bet some of the players are going to be from Los Angeles as well. So the opportunity to be in a World Cup on your home grounds, I'm sure the energy and the emotion will be heavy in the first game. Not to get too heavy, I like the draw for the U.S., if I'm being honest. And so from that, they can take some confidence, I think, in the teams that they're going to play and what their pathway to the next round might look like. But I think there's going to be a lot of energy and a lot of excitement as they step on for the first time to get this thing going. There's just a lot of anticipation that goes around this for years, that this World Cup is going to be here in the United States, and that will all play out kind of in that first week.
Again, same sort of question, being in a major tournament at home, in your own backyard, I had the experience with the Euro 96, getting the fans behind you. Again, you said about preparation, is there anything different that you would do at home than you maybe would do away from home? Because you're locked up with it for 3 or 4 weeks. People don't realise when you're playing a tournament, whether it's the Olympics, you're sort of locked up in a hotel room for like 3 or 4 weeks. So you've got to bond and you've got to get on. Is there anything different being at home?
Yeah, just everything's familiar. I think there's comfort in that, where family and friends, you're not as concerned about their experience, just more so with that comfort and ease. I remember, my grandmother coming over for the 2004 Olympics in Greece, and it was a little bit harder for her because she couldn't just go out, downtown and kind of understand what the streets were. She wasn't fluent in Greek. But I think that helps relieve some of the anxiety as you for a player, because even though you're focused on the game, you still care about your family and friends and making sure they get where they need to be and are enjoying the process. But you're there. Everyone talks about a work trip. That's what it is. Like, you dream. It's something you've dreamed about. You've been training for your entire life. And for so long, it's a date on the calendar, and now it's real. And so everything that you do from the moment you step into that camp prior to the first game impacts your performance. So you take stock in making the right decisions, and that's what the staff does as well to alleviate some of those stresses that you have with family and friends. I know for us, we had a contact, and that if family and friends had any questions, they didn't go to the player first. They went to the family contact because you're there to focus on playing. And I just look at the U.S. group. Points are there to be had, but this is the World Cup. You're going to see everyone's best game, and you have to, when you step on the field,
expect to win, but respect the game enough to know that you have to play your best to get those 3 points.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating because you just think of